Hi, everyone, and welcome to this kind of like a chat. We are going to talk about some products and things, but I'm very excited with my guest this evening. So, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Grainne Fletcher. I've been a consultant now with LifeVantage for nearly, well, 9.5 years. Before that, I was just not just but I was a business owner for over 25 years, a traditional business. So I'd never done anything online marketing, and I hadn't really been in the health and wellness space, not like these lovely ladies. Um, but I was always passionate about my health, always, and always passionate about else's health. And that is how I came across LifeVantage, because it was for my husband. He had had some health challenges. And would you believe he was actually told that he was going to have to give up football or soccer at 50? And my husband just was so depressed and so down, thinking he was going to be able to do it. And I want to tell you that 9 years later, he is still playing soccer. He was out playing the other night, and it gives us so much joy. And he never goes a day without these products. So, how the format's going to go, I'm just going to show you a few slides. I'm going to talk about a little bit about the products, and then I'm going to jump on to amazing guests that I have. They're my friends. They were business partners, um, amazing women from two very different professions. And they're going to have a quick talk to you just about why they decided to do these incredible products. So, this evening, I'm going to be sharing mainly about this breakthrough in activation. So, these products I have found to be absolutely life changing. If anyone was on earlier, you would have seen Tessia doing a quick skull of her collagen, going, I haven't had my liquid collagen today, because I know she never goes a day without it. So these products are like nothing that you've ever seen out there before. So bear with me for about 10 minutes while I talk you through some of the science, because that is what really excited me about these products, was the science behind it. And the first part, I want you to maybe think about, had you ever heard of the word oxidative stress? Because I had never heard of this. And this was literally 9 years ago. I got shown. Somebody asked me, have you ever wondered what happens to an apple when you leave it outside and it goes all brown? What actually has happened to it? And I was like, oh, I don't know. It just went kind of brown. And they said, no, it oxidizes. And that is exactly what happens to our cells. Over time, our antioxidant production slows down, and that is how aging happens. Well, Protandem LifeVantage produced a product called Protandem NRF2. And what happens is, you can see on the left-hand side the antioxidant production, and you can see the age at the bottom. So up to 80 years of age, and where your antioxidant production would be. Now, as we had said, the older you get, the more it decreases. So, once you're in your early 20s, it actually starts decreasing, because the NRF2 um, protein in your cell switches off, just turns off, age of 22. And that's basically then the decline of antioxidants. So what Protandim does, as you can see here with one of the published medical studies that happened, you can see here that once somebody had taken Protandim, there was no difference in the blood type of an 80-year-old to a 20-year-old's blood when they tested the T-bar, which is the test to test how much antioxidants that the body has. So that was phenomenal. When I saw this nearly 10 years ago, I was like, man, everyone needs to know about this. So this is the beautiful product that I fell in love with 9 years ago. And for me, it was simple. And my husband, it was like, it's just one little yellow pill. That's all you take, because Oxidative stress equals aging. You want to fight oxidative stress by taking antioxidants, but we don't take them. We actually make them, and we make them with Protandim, which turns on a cell inside a protein in your body called the NRF2 pathway. And this NRF2, its job is to actually it's the master gene regulator for over 280 genes. So it turns on your good genes and turns down your bad genes. Who wouldn't like that? But the beauty is it turns it down by trillions every day. You couldn't possibly get it from eating any kind of blueberries or anything like that. So this is some of the PubMed studies that were done. So I would encourage you, go to pubmed.gov and look up Protandim and have a look at some of these studies. Colorado, American Aging Association, like they're not some two-bit places. National Institute of Aging, the Ohio State, these are very, very credible. American Heart Association, they have all done their own independent studies on Protandim. But we didn't stop there. We ended up taking an array of activation products, from skincare to collagen. Now you can see up here, these are actually my eyes up the top. I had very hooded eyes, and I thought, right, when collagen came out, 1st of January 23, I will test this. And you can see now, 18 months later, my eyes look younger than they did. That's not the way you're supposed to do it. We're literally reversing aging. And that's what it's all about. You can see here, it's great for men as well as women. Another product that we've brought out is our Mind Body, which activates your own body's production of GLP-1. It's a hormone in your gut to actually send messages to your brain gut axis. And you can see some of the incredible results here that people have had. And the beauty is that our products actually work on animals as well, and skin. Look at that, amazing. So I'm going to stop sharing for a few minutes, and I want to highlight these incredible two ladies. So let me just find them so I can highlight them. So the first lady is Tessia Fitzgerald. You can see she's still working in her beautiful salon. And then we have the gorgeous, I'm just going to try and add me too. There we go. So, and then we have the gorgeous Una Clohessy. So I've known Una for 18 years. Wow, that's scary. And I've only ever known Una as a nurse. You know, that was what she has done since day dot. And Una was the first person that I signed up. She was probably one of my hardest people to sign up because she wanted to do the most research. Very different to when Tessia came along. Una was all about the research. So Una, I'd love you to maybe share for a minute just a little bit about why you decided to trust me when I came along with this blue product. And I said, Una, I reckon this is going to change the health world as you know it.
Yeah.
And I said, actually, do you know oxidative stress? And
I
you
didn't.
said,
So yeah, so thanks so much, Grainne. So yeah, for those that don't know me, I have been a nurse for 44 years at the moment. And 10 years ago, when I was 53, Grainne introduced me to LifeVantage. Now, I wasn't looking for a product. I wasn't looking for a business. I was extremely happy in my job. I'd nursed all over the world. I'd done critical care, medicine, surgery, everything. Love it. And then she started talking about a pill that was going to reduce oxidative stress. And in my ignorance, I actually had never heard of oxidative stress. Okay, so I hadn't heard about mitochondrial dysfunction, but she was a great friend, and I thought, okay, I'll listen to her, because I was too afraid not to listen, more so than I was afraid to listen, because I thought I might miss out on something. But I thought, oh, I'll just humor her anyway. So she, we did some research into it, and when I understood that we had the power with this product to change your genetic blueprint. That was the
Yeah.
biggest thing for me. So it was like, I have got like, we can't cure, we can't claim to cure, treat, or mitigate any disease, but we can claim to down regulate bad genes and up regulate good genes. And in my family, there is a history of Alzheimer's. And I was like, I will take a bucket load of whatever is out there if there's something that is going to downregulate that gene in me, because that was a very scary experience for our family to have to deal with that. So that was probably the biggest thing. So I got started on the product, but I actually, at 53, like I was working 60 hours a week, loving it. Yes, I had pains and aches, and yes, I had brain fog, but it was fine. I mean, that's to me was normal, but it's not normal. Like,
Mm.
this is a big wake up call for everybody not to be ignorant, because I was unintentionally ignorant. So if somebody's on the call tonight and they just don't understand what we're talking about, just go and research it. Just go and put in, whatever issue that you're dealing with. Is it due to oxidative stress or mitochondrial dysfunction? And I can guarantee you 99.9% of the results are going to be due to that. And we have a very natural, affordable, scientifically backed, publicly traded company that
Mm.
gave me all the confidence in the world to go and speak to people.
Well,
So,
you're still here 10
pardon?
years
I'm
later.
still
You're
here
still
10
here,
years later.
you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
and you were like, I have a very responsible job
yeah,
that I'm in with a lot of leading surgeons and
yeah.
physicians that I can't be going in there with some kind of snake oil.
Yeah, and some people like will believe you and some people won't believe you, but you have an actual responsibility just to educate people. That's all that I do,
Yeah.
and because of it, I didn't, I was like, again, Grainne was the entrepreneur, I wasn't, and I was like, so we might get paid for this. Or it's like that was a little bit tacky to me, but I mean, Grainne, can I just share a little bit about the business acumen now, or
Just
did?
wait one sec.
Okay,
I'll
yeah,
bring Tessia and then you can. Thank you, darling. So, Tessia was somebody that I met through a very different, we were both in a Bible revival kind of course, and we just were friends. And I knew she was in hair and beauty. Um, but it never really came up about any of the product. I knew it was going to come up one day because I knew we were going to be great friends. So, what was it that excited you when you came into my home, and what did you do?
Well, I was coming for a freshen up at this cute girl's place that invited me to have a shower at her house. And I opened up the fridge and I saw this, I saw this, whoopsie, little dude in her fridge. And I'm like, what is liquid collagen? How have you got that? Because I want it. So I had been selling beauty products in here for internal, and powdered collagens and capsules and things to help people from the inside, because I knew that for what I in my industry, anything that I would give people on the external would only ever help a situation, possibly maybe 40% I could help in a little bit from a hair cream or a skin cream, but I knew it all came from within. So as soon as I saw it, I was just like, what is this? I want it. And she's like, oh, this is what I do. This is the company this is my business. And I'm like, well, give it to me. So I think you gave me on that day, I was like, right. So I'll have what will I have? I'll have the NRF2, I'll have the magic yellow pill, I have my liquid collagen. And she also gave me some Axio because it was a huge
Mm.
day of volunteering. And I instantly just sparked straight up. I'm like, well, I've had a collagen shot and I've had this Axio drink. You gave me probably 5 or 6 NRF2 tablets,
Yes.
capsules, and I'm like, I want it. We placed the order and I went home with it already starting to take it. I love to share this story because I had no idea what I was going to expect. But truth, I literally had been suffering with major floaters over my left eye. And within a week of being activated on NRF2 and liquid collagen, my floaters were gone. And that for me was like, this stuff is that powerful that it literally changed something instantly in my eye, and my eye is almost made up of 90% of collagen. So it's almost all collagen. So if that can impact me, and maybe the little yellow pill's doing something at the same time, like yeah, I'm sold. I'm in. And
I
when I
know.
had some time without, when Mind Body came out, I thought, oh, I want it because I needed to lose some weight. And I couldn't afford everything all at once. So I was like, oh, maybe I just need to back off on my collagen. And I did for about probably, I reckon it was probably about 4 or 5 months. And I didn't realize, all of a sudden I started to see a little whoop, whoop, whoop coming over my eye again. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And as soon as I got, and my skin was starting to feel a bit not so nice. And I it's like, duh, it's the liquid collagen. It is so good.
It is so good.
So
It's so
good.
good.
There's
My
nothing
eyes
else
started,
like
it took
it.
a few months, but my
Oh,
eyes again started to drop a little bit. And within 3 weeks
mate.
of drinking collagen, it was like
Yes.
they were back up.
Oh, it's just the best. It is, even actually, I've had a huge day today, and just having that now, I'm like, ooh, it was
It's
so
so good.
good. Yeah.
So, Una, just over, because I know you don't like talking about the business, but really quickly, you know, can I say what age you are? Because you look pretty damn good.
Ooh.
And by the way, she bypassed menopause. Can I just say she's 63 and she's like, I never had a sweat. I never had this. I never had that. I didn't really think about it, but like being activate, you just said, I never actually, I must have bypassed it.
I think
But
I did.
now, at 63 years of age, being a nurse, you can't be a nurse forever. There is
Yeah,
going to take a time that, and Johnny's in the building industry, and God love him, he can't keep
suffering.
doing that.
Yeah.
Um, and you had kids that were, Olympic, athlete, whatever they call elite athletes. It was a very expensive time that you had. That what are you feeling now about the business?
Yeah, I think it's a mindset as well that when we first started, for me, it was like, that's just too tacky for me to earn money from, just sharing what I'm doing. But the thing is, if you actually do it from a place of congruency with the business model, you're going to get paid, and you made me see that. So I just had this little office up in the sky where this money went into, and I just left it there because I was earning money, not it. I mean, nurses' wages are okay, but I have such a scarcity mindset, and everything was like, that's what I can get, and that's what you should be grateful for. But then this little pot was accumulating, and I was like, oh well, now I can just transfer. Now I can pay for the solar panels, and don't have to look at that. And then Johnny was out of work for a couple of months, and I was like, that happened years ago, and we had to actually put our mortgage on hold. We didn't have to do that again, and we paid a substantial amount or contribution towards our daughter's wedding, and there was nothing else taken away from anything. And I was like, how amazing is that, to be able to show, nurses coming up to retirement, moms out there, that if you just believe in what you do, take the product, share it with people from your heart, you can't not but earn.
Absolutely.
And now it's like, it's just a godsend. Like, I was talking to you the other day, and I'm like, I'm 63. I probably will never retire. I'll probably be sitting in my office like with a wheelie walker at some stage, but I'll still be doing LifeVantage as well. But that's dripping away into my hyper wallet.
I know. It's amazing.
It's
And what about you,
amazing.
Tessia? Because I
I
know I see all the products behind you, and I know they come
love
off
it.
the door, people walk in. So for you, it's
Oh,
just an added other service for
oh
your
my
clients.
gosh. Like, I have so many products in here. Like, I am a product fiend. Like, there is just products everywhere in here. I love products, but guess what sits top shelf here? Dun, da, 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 there. Right.
Amazing.
So no matter what, I was at first like, meh, I think your language can be maybe a little bit, where I don't care how this gets into me. Like, because we're all network marketers. When we talk to one
Yeah.
another, and we my first client was talking to me about the tea and where she got her tea from, and where she got her beautiful necklace from. Like, we communicate with people,
Yeah.
and we're talking about we are all network marketers. We network with each other, and we tell people about our experiences and the things that we love. So we naturally are doing that. How this gets onto my shelf and into people, I'm blessed to have this here because of what I get to do with people in here. But if I didn't, and I've got to say, one of the things doing this incredible 10-day AI thing has just blown my mind about what it's talking back to me. And in speaking to my little PA has told me that I am so grateful for this company, because there are many ways where you can make, if you're business minded, there's many ways that you can make finances. But for me to impart something to someone's life where I know I can actually make a change in their life, not only on the inside of their body, but financial, to help have some financial freedom in their life, whether they choose to go with it later on or not. I believe that this product really has added something so much more. When I sort of said yes to this, I didn't really know what I was saying yes to, but I recognize now that in my times of I've had 2 big operations in the last year and a half where I've been completely opened up. And in those times of that operation, I got to work on LifeVantage because I wasn't able to work in here in my studio with people. So I was then connecting. So it's so good because you can pick it up and put it down, and you can
Anywhere.
build something for your future or your children's future. But beyond the money, it's just simply, there's nothing else like it.
I know. Thank you so much, ladies. So I'm just going to very quickly show you what these ladies were talking about. I'm just going to end this with just having a couple of minutes of just showing you who this company is and what it could actually maybe do for you and your family, because we're all about moving your family forward. So the company is NASDAQ, we're debt free, we're 16 years old, and we have a board that are all from Airbnb, Google, everything like that. So that's a big tick, and that was a big tick for me. Affordable products, that was a huge tick for me. I wanted affordable products, and you can see here for a consultant $67. That's nothing. 75 if you're a customer on a subscription. So I want to show you what could maybe happen if you decide to share it. You may end up earning, 500 in volume. You might have maybe 10 customers depending what they're buying, or 8 customers. You might earn, $200, or what maybe 10 to 20 customers, you might get $500. I had Beata on today, and she just had all the Protandem in her handbag, selling them on to friends at lunches and things like that. So the possibilities are incredible that you can have for your family, because I don't know if you're in a financial tug of war, but don't do it on your own. As you heard from the girls, like, we all help each other. We have a real beautiful community, which we absolutely love. And the products work, and the commission structure is, up to 10% on a product sale. But then once you actually start getting into it, you can actually start making more money by sharing it with some friends. Even if it's 5 friends, you can start earning extra money every single month. And then if they know 5 friends, and that's all that happened with me, you can start earning some seriously amazing money per month, every month, that can really start impacting your family. You can start, $15,000 every single month, and you can move, travel anywhere, retire, go overseas, and still be earning this money. But have a look at our income disclosure statement. It's actually on, if you Google or ask ChatGPT for the latest income disclosure statement for LifeVantage, you'll be able to see the earnings that we have actually had. And if you want to get started, you can get started with some product from as little as 479 Australian or 540 New Zealand. or if you want to try all our products with the collagen and the Axio and the skincare and everything like that. Look, this is could be a multi-million-dollar business from as little as $13.49, which to me is amazing. And we have all the apps, we have all the support, we're able to help everybody. We have an incredible community, and we just say, come, get started, have fun with us, and we'll help you do the rest. So I just want to thank you all for coming on, sharing. Thank you so much, Una and Tessia, for sharing with me. And I hope everyone else got a lot out of this. And please get back to the person that recommended you to this video. And we'd love to see you get started as a customer or as a consultant and to
Can I
join our
also
team.
say one more thing? There
Yes, you
is
can.
no other company that I have ever worked with that gives you 30 days money back guarantee
Oh,
when you're
yes.
selling it. Like it is for, doesn't matter. You like it, don't like it, but they back what they do. So you've got nothing to lose at all. Sorry, I just wanted to
Absolutely.
share that
No, no.
because that's
Great
so
advice.
special. Yeah.
Great advice. So thank you very much, everyone, for coming on, and have a great evening. Thanks now. Bye.